and good morning. This is a workshop weekend, and for those of you that are listening more recently, you may not know that every couple of months or so I'm in a workshop with Margie and friends, and it's always an intense weekend, and this one will be no exception as we explore the realities of human life. I'm just going to put it that way. Anyway, I'm saying that so that you know that I will not have as much time to spend on the computer over the next few days, today and tomorrow for sure. Then of course Mondays are always busy as I work so intensely on the community calendar. So over the next few days I may not have as much time to spend answering emails and stuff. In fact, it seems like I've been overloaded with that of late and have not been able to respond to everybody as I'd like. And I did mention that yesterday in the video. Anyway, today the title that I've chosen is The Confrontation of Our False Rulers. And the blurb that I wrote goes like this. So many people, most if not all humans in fact, have been programmed to fear those who claim to be our leaders. The programming works because we failed to connect the inner world with the external world. I go back today and read a poem I wrote nearly 4 years ago entitled The World is Changing. What seemed true to me then is even more so now as the Occupy movement demonstrates the awakening of we the people as we confront our false external rulers. Our real challenge is to confront our false internal ruler, the saboteur. Just fix something here. I pulled this poem out a few days ago because I had been asked in the Thursday group, the Mystics in Training group that I go to every Thursday, I'd been asked to bring one of my poems to share in the group. And this is the one that I happened to choose. And so it was fresh in my mind this morning as I meditated. And as I pondered many avenues that I could take this morning, this one just kept coming back to reiterate the fact for each of you and for all of us that the world is in fact changing. And some of the things that I wrote on February the 9th, 2008 are very apropos at this time that we're living, which again is why I chose to share this poem today. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read the poem off the screen actually. And it goes like this. The world is changing, I want you to see. The way it has been is not how it will be. As the old passes away, gives birth to the new, a surprise transformation co-created by few. The world of truth is a world of light, replacing the lies, dawn bursting from night. False rulers chagrined, their anger and rage. Their plans lie in ashes at the start of an age. So powerful they seemed to the whole human race, till the truth was revealed that all had to face. They lied and they schemed, conspired to kill the love and the hope, imposing their will. They were the ego's grandest display, desiring control they'd lost their way. Life's flow was stronger, empowering souls, bringing end to the slavery and all ego goals. A heavenly host responding to cries shifted the pattern to mankind's surprise. They joined with the dreamers, the people of vision, standing in unity and ending derision. From the clouds, from the skies, from within and below, New realities appeared, new energies did flow, showing forth for all time the triumph of peace, prosperity for all, as all wars could now cease. Somehow we could see beyond the charade what reality's support had always displayed. So we focused and focused. And what did we see? We'd all been deceived, yet we all could be free. A phoenix reborn from ashes and dust. Recommitting ourselves, we saw what we must. Beyond the illusion, yet within the grand game. Mirrors, more mirrors, all images the same. Looking back, we recalled our journey towards home, all the pitfalls and dangers through which we did roam. We walked long in darkness and often in fear, alone life after lifetime, year after year. Our helpers, though present, seemed out of our reach. Unseen and unheard, we could feel the breach. Separated from good, or so it did seem, we played the victims, a nightmarish dream. Oh, how we longed to be in control, and beating our masters was our greatest goal. We schemed and we plotted, we just would not quit. We longed for the answer, didn't know we were it. The hope of the world on our shoulders did lie, the call to create a new day by and by. Shaking and trembling, every doubt would arise, as we wondered and worried if God heard our cries. By grace some remembered that we were God's too, beyond the delusion of intoxicating brew. We were spirits made flesh in the limits of time, infinite, eternal, oh how sublime. Beyond our own masks, beyond our charade, we saw the design that we two had made. We saw that the they we all liked to accuse somehow was us. It was all just a ruse. We saw that the answer was not in a fight, but in letting our fears step into the light, allowing our shadow to speak to our heart and bring us its gifts that were here from the start. How often we ran, how often we hid, unwilling to open and peer 'neath the lid, resisting, denying, this cannot be me. I'd rather blame them for what I can see. Revelation for many, were each found in all. We had forgotten, though now we recall. Remembering, we awakened, saw darkness, the gift, stepped into the void which gave us a lift to a realm of connection, unity and love. Everything made one below and above. No more division, and certainly no blame. We had all played roles, whatever their name. Forgiving myself was surely the key to birth that new world from inside of me. Perspective was gained, my vibration was raised, finding the treasure before so unfazed. Now we could see a new civilization, where harmony and truth would guide every nation. Sometimes I say I, yet always it's we, who create this new world where all can be free. Interconnected, unselfishly serving, from the vision of life, always unswerving. Each for the other, and all for the one. This paradigm is here. A new world's begun. I actually have that poem on one of the YouTube videos, and I read it early on and back in January, and it's the oldest poem that I have included in Ron's poems on my page, www.metagroups.info. That's metagroups.info, and it shows up on the opening of every one of my videos that I've done for a long, maybe not some of the first ones, but certainly for since late January, it's been showing up. Not maybe the ones in early January. Anyway, I read that because I do believe we are at a time when it's becoming even more obvious that things are not going to remain as they have been. There are many people still caught up in the fear mongering, and let me tell you, no one is more afraid right now than those that have appeared to be our rulers. They know the gig is up. They know the end is near. The writing is on the wall for them. I've said that before, and I will say it again and again, and we'll watch it vanish. But it's so important for us to see the spiritual implication of this and to recognize that the way creation works, the way the matrix works, if you will, the way this hologram functions, is that which is hidden internally within mass consciousness as well as individual consciousness. That which is our subconscious or our subconscious or our unconscious. That manifests for us as a drama, as a play, as a movie, on a screen in our world, so that all of the things that are us, the parts of us that we don't know, appear out there. And nothing is more true of that fact than that our ego, the shadow part of our ego, the dark part of our ego, manifests in the rulers of the world around us. So that we are driven, in fact, by our fears. We are driven by the unknown. And Carl Jung said, enlightenment is not about imagining images or beings of light, but about making the darkness conscious, about making the hidden things come to the surface. And that's what the ninth wave was about. And the Occupy movement, as I said in the little blurb, the Occupy movement is demonstrative of the fact that the hidden things are no longer hidden. They are indeed coming to the surface for all of us in our individual lives, as we're seeing in the workshop, and as we've seen in workshops all along. I've been doing those workshops since January 1994. But people bring to the surface the wounds and the things that have held us back, the things that we've been afraid to expose. We bring these to the light, and that's what's happening in our world today, and it's what's changing the world today. Because when our shadow content is made conscious, it has the ability, actually it is the ability to transform everything. It's just simply the act of bringing it up from the unconscious to the conscious mind, where we can see it for what it is, and we can start to call it by its name, whether it's vengeance or sadness or anger or rage or love or peace or joy. We recognize all of these things that we call human emotion, and we begin to own them. We begin to take responsibility for them. We begin to see all of them, whether they're positive or negative, as allies, instead of something that we have to hide from each other. Somebody said in the group on Thursday, where I read the poem, that we sometimes have to fake it till we make it. Well, that may be how we've played the game in the past, but that won't work. We have to tell the truth till we make it. We have to be honest with ourselves. We have to own the parts where we hurt, the parts where we're uncomfortable, the parts that make us want to be unwilling to peer beneath the lid, as I said in the poem, and look at our own self. And as we do this individually and collectively, we're going to make a world that is beautiful. We're going to enter into a renaissance that is awesome. So I'm going to call it. It's going to go about a little over 15 minutes today. I'm just looking at the time. And I ask you to consider and take a little bit of time to meditate on what I've shared with you today. And look within and ask your higher self to show you how what is in you has appeared in the dramas and on the movie screen of your own life. And don't condemn, no matter what it is. Don't go into the guilt game or the blame game or the scapegoating that is so prevalent. It's not your parents' fault. It's not society's fault. It's not even your fault. It's not about blame or shame or guilt or fear. It's about awakening. And I trust that today you will use the opportunity of the energies that are being poured out for all of us, that you will use those energies to transform your own life. You have the power, and so do I. And I leave you with these thoughts. Thank you for listening. Namaste.